The reason SoftAtHome decided to join Purple is that we really believe in open source. We really believe in being a good player in the community. And we believe strongly that specifically the gateway stack suffers from a lack of standard support for the things that are needed for it. So we decided to reach out to the OpenWRT and lead community, to reach out to the various silicon manufacturers, and to reach out to our competing gateway stack vendors, and all collaborate to see what we could do together to really make the environment better for everybody. A few years ago already we identified that OpenWRT is the correct standard reference platform when it comes to residential gateways. And we tried to reach out at that point in time, but there was a lack of a proper framework in which to collaborate with them. And a framework that we could also pull other commercial entities such as the silicon manufacturers into. And the Purple Foundation has finally given us a good home in which to work on the code, focusing on the code, not so much on trying to define standards of what a gateway should do without a firm commitment, which is what I believe the HCI was mostly focused on, but actually building something together and solving particular issues together with our, I should say, our partners, and the Purple Foundation does that quite well. The home gateways are really interesting platforms for a service delivery, for operators and anybody who wants to deploy a certain service. It is the one thing that is always on and always connected to the internet. So it is the perfect delivery vehicle for new services such as the IoT world, home automation and functionality like that. Another strong element of that we see going forward besides IoT is the connected home, the general environment in the home and the multiple network interfaces that are present in there really should come together and should all collaborate. If today you buy an extender, a power line adapter, a wireless video bridge, you have to manage it on your own. Maybe you shouldn't have to. Maybe it should be the gateway that controls all these things, knows all these things, and just makes the network environment good for the end user without having to do individual configuration of all the devices. I have been involved in the open source community since 2000, so that's now 16 years ago, and I've done a lot of active work. In a previous life before I joined SoftAtHome, I was an open source consultant. And in between 2001 and 2004, I actually worked on building an open source product with Linux and another open source operating system at the time for an extremely security sensitive business critical application. At the time there was the question, well, will Linux stand up to this? Is it an embedded platform that is reliable enough to deliver the service? Today, nobody questions this. There are literally a couple billions of devices running Linux in an embedded environment for all sorts of applications. So there is no reason to think that it isn't the right environment. So I don't see at all why the open source world would not be able to deliver something for any carrier-grade solution. There's no question about it for me. I'm shifting color. I started my career in IBM and then I was blue. Now today I'm in purple, so I've shifted more towards the red spectrum.